before we start, apologies. I have a bit of French flu, so my voice may sound a little different. The first hole at Dinard, it's 400 yards and it's straight up the hill. You cannot hit the drive right because anything right at that fence is out of bounds. Trying to hit a little low fairway finder here. Just cut it from the left-hand side and this is absolutely perfect. Not particularly long, but centre of the fairway is exactly where we wanted to be. So the aim today is to try and hit as many fairways as possible in this first sort of 5-6 holes because they're reasonably tight, and try and build into this round. This is uphill, this shot. I've got 145, decided to hit 7-iron, which is a lot of club. Just hold off the finish, try and get it running up that green and not having it spinning off the front. Hit a decent strike here. It's not quite got back and it's stopped on the front of the green, which is going to leave me a lengthy birdie putt. So got around about 30 feet, straight up the hill. This is quite a slow putt, but one that we've got to be careful not to hit past the hole. I've not read much break in this putt. It's just fractionally right to left, but only just outside the hole. But again, pace is the most important thing. Hit a decent putt here. It's just going to drift off to the left, but should leave me a relatively short tap in for par. This shouldn't offer too many issues. Dead straight, it's going to hit nice and firm, and that's a good par on the first hole. The second hole is one of the trickiest ones on the golf course. This is the view from the tee. It's slightly dogleg to the right, but only subtly. Got to find the fairway here to reach the green in 2. Slightly into the wind, so that fairway bunker shouldn't be in play. Just going to try and hit a little fade at that and try and leave it on the right side of the fairway. Decent strike, moving it a little bit further right than I would have wanted. And also I've got the line slightly wrong. Should have started it slightly left, but not too bad. Should be in the right hand rough. The lie's pretty good. Got a 6-iron. Probably need a 5-iron, but I'm just expecting this to fly a little bit. There is out of bounds, sort of long and right, so I feel it's a safer shot to hit a little 6-iron. 183 yards. Hit it decent, just pushed it slightly right. The miss really is right because it gives you the most green to work with, and that's where the ball's finished. Grab the putter. There's a little bit of dew to go through. This is going to break from right to left. Again, all about the pace. Trying to get it to the hole side to give myself a reasonably short putt for par. Hit a decent putt here. Just take it now to slow down a little bit. It's just running that awkward length past the hole, but reasonably happy with that putt. This putt is sort of left edge as I look, right edge as you look up the camera, but does need to be hit firmly as it will try and wander off. Think I just pushed it. It wasn't a very good putt, that. Trying to forget what's just happened and stick to a game plan, so I've pulled the 5-wood out to try and find the fairway. All out of bounds on the right hand side, and you can't really cut too much off, so I'm going to try and hit it over that 150 post you can see. Really pleased with this swing. Absolutely perfect. Centre of the fairway. Should leave myself a decent approach into the green. This is the view you're faced with. It's probably like nearly 10 yards uphill. Completely blind. So I've got to hit plenty of club to get it back to this hole. I've got a 7-iron out. 144 yards. Just trying to get it onto that playing surface. This is one of the worst things I've hit all day. Come over the top. Smothered it left. Now in the air, I'm a bit worried that it's in the hedge and might even be lost ball. No, found the ball, which was a massive positive. Got no backswing though, so I'm just trying to push it forward onto the green. Hit it slightly thin, got it running. Camera in the wrong place, and we've ran through the green. Awkward chip back. The lie's not particularly good either, so I've gone with a 54. We'll try and land it just on the front edge of the green and hopefully make good enough contact that the ball will stop near the pin. Hit a decent shot, but it's had come out with no spin. It's run sort of an awkward length past, leaving myself sort of 10 foot left for bogey. At this stage, I'm thinking this putt is crucial to sort of keep my round on track. I've read it at left edge, but not outside the hole. This is a really good stroke, really pleased with this. Straight in the middle of the hole at nice speed, and that's a really good save. I'm happy with that. This is the par 5, which is reachable in 2, but I can't really work the line out because I've not played from this tee before. Decided to hit a little sliding 5-wood, hit it absolutely dead straight, maybe struck it slightly toe, and it's drifting left, which is going to land in the rough and makes it impossible to reach the green in 2. Got over 300 yards left. The lie is absolutely disgusting, so I'm just going to hit like a lofted iron and try and get it back in play. Decent strike with the 7-iron. down the fairway, but it's going to leave me a long shot in, which is a bit disappointing on a reachable par 5. This is massive green. The pin's at the back, but there's trouble long as well. So just want to try and hit this into the middle of the green. So I've hit a 7-iron from 158. Probably could have done with a 6 or hit the 7 a little bit harder. Happy with the stripe, just landed sort of middle of the green, leaving myself an outside chance for birdie, but realistically looking to 2-putt. So again, not giving myself any opportunities for birdie early on and struggling to keep the score going, but must 2-putt this because a 6 would be disastrous. Not hit a very good putt there. Almost yipped it a little bit, pulled it left, and left myself that awkward length for a par. So I really took my time over this putt, and I've read it at sort of like right centre, but not outside the hole. I've started it where I wanted to, but it's broke a little bit more and just grabbed the left edge. They've moved this tee up further forward because they were doing some work on the back tee. So this is normally really difficult long hole up the hill and then down. But today, if I hit a good drive, I should have a wedge into the green. So I'm going to try and hit it down the left-hand side. Again, a little fade. Take a little bit of distance off, but make sure we find the short grass. Really happy with this swing. Good strike as well. Moving just a fraction left to right. Should be on the right side of the fairway, maybe just rolling into the rough. Hit it fractionally better than I thought, so it has rolled into the rough. But still, the lie's pretty good. Pin is on the right-hand side. There's a bunker over on the right, so I'm going to try and keep it up the left and just let it drift down towards the pin. Hit a really good shot here. It's all over it. Just drifting now to the right, is it? Yeah, it is. A little bit short, but a good chance of a birdie here, which would be an absolute bonus. I've tried to look for a break, but can't really see any, so I presume this is going to be absolutely dead straight. I'm really concentrating on the stroke here. Made a good strike. Is it getting there? Yes. Didn't waste any energy, but that's a really good birdie. I'm really happy with that. So this section, you're going to be treated to some absolutely stunning views, some of the best in France. This is the view from the tee. Got to be left of that bunker and short of it. Anything right will be in trouble. Just hitting 2 irons for position. Again, trying to leave myself around about 120 to 130 into the green. Slight pull, but that's fine. It will catch the slope, as it does on any good links course, and it should roll back and filter into the middle of the fairway. In an ideal world, I would have wanted to hit another 10 yards and slightly right to leave myself on the flat. So it's a slight downhill lie to an elevated green, so not an easy shot. Hit a wedge, so I've hit a little bit more club to try and work on getting a decent strike. I'm pleased with it, but it is drifting. I'm hoping it's going to catch the green. In the summer, it rolls back off there, but thankfully it's a bit softer today and it's stayed on the bank. Another lengthy birdie putt, straight up the hill. At least I'm leaving it the right side of the hole. Get a decent putt. It's just going to run out of steam and come up a fraction short. Straightforward tap in for par to stay 1 over. The hole doesn't have to be long to be difficult, and this is a short par 3 surrounded by bunkers. It's important to hit the green here and give ourselves a birdie putt. Trying to get back to level before the turn, which would be ideal. Hit a little wedge here, just a hands and arms shot. Trying to keep it at the pin, get it moving forward. Looks all over it, but can't see the ball finish. I'm presuming it's a touch short. Can't see much break in this, so I'm going to trust that I've read the green correctly and hit it almost straight at the hole. Despite the missed putt on the second, I'm feeling quite confident with the putter. And this looked nowhere other than at the dead centre of the hole. I got back to level par, which is good after the start. This is the view from the tee. Can't hit it left. There's all out of bounds on the left and bunkers on the right. So it's crucial we hit this fairway to give ourselves a chance of making birdie. So I've selected my favourite club, the old Ping Zing 2-iron, to try and find the fairway. Really good strike, dead centre. Swinging it decent at this stage, so let's try and make another birdie and try and get it under par for the front 9. The pin's towards the back of the green. It looks like it's on a slight upslope, so I'm going to hit a little bit more club than normal. I'm going to hit 8 iron. I've got 140 yards, and I'm just trying to make sure I don't spin it in there. This is all over it. At this stage, I'm thinking get in the hole. Comes up a touch short, but really, really good for distance. So this putt to get under par, not seeing much break in it again. Maybe just sort of right centre, left centre as you look from the opposite angle. Want to hit a good stroke here, trying to get the pace correct. And I'm really pleased with that. Again, centre of the cup, 1 under par.
I'm like right in between you two every shot, I've noticed. 7, 8, 9.
Damo hit a 7-iron, so I'm hitting one less. So I'm going in with 8-iron. The pin's tucked left behind the bunker, so I'm going to try and hit it into the centre of the green. Try to take a par. No point going at this pin, because if you miss it left, there's bunkers and a runoff. So want to just make sure we can stick to the game plan. Decent shot here. Just hoping now it's the right length. It's drifting a bit further right than I wanted. Comes up a fraction short, but it is on the putting surface. 30 feet left for birdie. This is the right to left breaking putt. It's probably got more break, or the most break I've seen on the putt so far on this particular round. Going to make sure we keep it up the right side, because it will drift to the left. Started a little bit straight and it's broke further than I thought, but the pace was decent, so not too far away from the hole. Should make par. That's an unnecessary close-up if ever I saw one. Anyway, just now tapping in. Just going to hit this dead straight. Not think about it too much. Gone in left centre actually looking at that. So this is quite an intimidating tee shot. There's a fairway bunker which is 255 yards, which I'm a little concerned about. The reason I pulled out 5 wood thinking I should be short of that. But I'm actually trying to hit it between that tree on the left and the bunker that you can see in the middle of the fairway. Hit a decent strike straight at that bunker, and I'm thinking that it might get there because I've actually hit this well. But it is so uphill, it's come up sort of 10 yards short, and it's now absolutely bang perfect. Blind shots are always tricky, so I've gone up to the top of the hill to try and pick a spot when I've walked back down where the pin is actually on, and there's a lone tree which I can see, which is absolutely perfect. Hit an extra club because again the pin looks like it's uphill towards the green. I actually hit it a bit too hard and it's gone to the back of the green, but thankfully caught the green because there is an out of bounds post there, I've noticed. So again, a lengthy birdie putt coming from the left hand side, realistically trying to 2-putt it, but working on pace. If it drops, it's a bonus. Hit a really good putt here. It's just staying left. I thought it was going to turn, and it's actually not turned as much as I thought, but shouldn't have any issues with that. I'm just going to tap in for my par, so remain 1 under. Slightly distracted by the views, but this is now the view from the fairway. Straight up the hill, this hole. Need to keep it down the left. Right is absolutely dead because you do fall off the cliff and into the French Sea. So got to keep something up that left-hand side. Chosen a 2-iron, try and find that fairway. Decent strike, fractionally pulled again, hoping to get a good bounce back, but it doesn't. It just stays on the left side of the fairway into the rough. It's not too bad though. Another decent lie. Not a lot of club in, but again, completely blind. So trying to pick a spot on the horizon and hit it at that. This is way uphill as well. This is like 10 to 15 yards uphill. And when I played it previously, I came up way short. So I've hit quite a lot of club for the actual shot, or the distance of the shot, and I've absolutely nuked it. So I'm thinking that's long. So at this stage, I'm a little bit disappointed and a bit anxious that I've gone over the green. When we get up there, we're actually like 10 foot short. So it wasn't too bad, and I'm glad I didn't hit less club. So again, want to keep this below the hole to leave yourselves the easiest putt back up. The greens are starting to dry out, and this has run an awkward distance past. It's also slightly left, so again pulled it fractionally, so maybe need to work at that. This putt is tricky, so it's left edge or maybe even outside, and it's straight down the slope, so trying to keep it left. Thought I'd missed it, but caught enough of the hole to go in, and that was very fortunate, but really pleased with par. Several holes on this golf course which are simply brilliant, and this is one of them. Not a long par 3, but you must hit the playing surface. Bunkers guarding the right hand side, and you can't see anything left, but I'm going to try and hit down the left side, hold it up there. All my playing partners hit it short into the bunker, so I've again hit another club. Really good swing, this one. Exactly where I'm trying to hit it, just fractionally left of the target. Still worried about the distance, but now I've just seen it land on the green, and it's about pin high coming down the slope. So this putt you've got to be careful with. Again, it could easily run away. You could easily leave yourself 5-6 foot past. Hit a really good putt here. It's just stayed at the right hand side. Really pleased. Anytime you make par on that hole, you should be absolutely delighted. And I'm walking to the next tee, satisfied that I've made a par. Little par 3, 174 yards. Decided to hit 7-iron. No shot tracer on this hole. Not a good swing. Pulled it left into the bunker. Despite it being downwind, I should hit a 6-iron.
Oh shit, was I stood right in front of you? Was I stood right in front of you? Oh, bugger.
With the heavy rain the previous day, the bunkers were quite firm and the sand compact, so I've not opened the face here. Played it softly, really happy with that shot. It's rolling down and it should give me a chance of making par. Can't see any break in this putt, so just going to hit it firm and straight. Good stroke, straight in the middle of the hole. Hitting from an elevated tee with lots of bunkers, so I've got a layup short of there. I'm going to hit 2-iron to leave myself a full shot in because this is slightly downwind and I don't want to be too close to the green because the pin is actually cut on the front. Slight pull again. It's going to catch the left rough, which is not ideal, although the pin is on the right hand side, so it's a good angle to the pin, but just hoping for a good lie now. This is the view for the second shot. Didn't make the long rough, so only in the semi, which is good. Lie decent again. Been a bit of fortune. Hitting 9-iron. I'm going to make sure we keep it left of the pin because anything right will run off the green and leave an awkward chip. Really good. Hit exactly where I wanted to. Wanted to fade it a fraction more. The starting position was good, but it stayed in the middle of the green. It's not too bad. It's going to break a bit from the right as we look. It's down the hill once you go past the hole, but slightly uphill to start with. So again, important to get the right pace here. Good strike this putt. Really like it. It's turning now. Just to put it a bit too far right, but perfect for pace. Shouldn't have any issues there. I'm just going to tap it in for a par. This is not a long hole, but it's quite tight. So I decided to try and hit a 5-wood at those right-hand trees and just draw it into the middle of the fairway. Unfortunately, the strike was terrible and I pushed it right in towards those trees. So now I'm just hoping for a good lie and a good line. Unfortunately, I got neither. This was sat right down. Can't see much. That's all I can see, really. So I'm quite slightly blocked out. Got a lofted club. I'm going to try and get to the front of the green over that tree if I can. Hit it really well. Hit a lob wedge. Didn't quite have enough to get back. It's landed on the front of the green, but it is on the green and we can put a putt on it for our third shot. A long uphill putt into the shadow, which makes it slightly harder. It should break fractionally from the right, but this is a really, really slow putt and needs hitting. I just didn't hit it hard enough. It's come up woefully short, and that's going to be a real test for the par. I am feeling confident over this, and this is the most confident I've felt with a putter for a while. So, again, decent stroke, decent strike in the centre of the hole, and that's a good saving par putt. Again, this is a different tee to I'm used to, so I've never played from here before. Zapped the bunker, which was like 215, so I'm thinking just hit 2-iron just onto the left side of it and fade it round the corner. I'm not really sure of the line or how much that out of bounds cuts in. I've started it left, but not fade. I've hit it almost dead straight, and I've struck it. So this is long and through the fairway and into that longer stuff. So I'm really, again, hoping for a decent lie. This is what I'm faced with. I'm going to try and get it up the left-hand side and run it on the green, avoiding that bunker on the right. The lie is not great, so I'm hitting a 7-iron and trying to hack it forward. Comes out with no spin, and I think this is good. I think this is going to land short and run up there. Unfortunately, it pitches directly in the bunker, which is not good. It's a massive mistake. I'm not sure who said it, but someone once said this is the hardest shot in golf, the long bunker shot. Anyone on the putting surface I'll be pleased with. It's come out nice. It's landed short. I'm asking whether it's got back to the pin. It hasn't. It's a touch shy, but overall really pleased with it. So we're left with this putt for par. Out the right-hand side, straight up the hill. Come on, we need this. I feel like I deserve a long putt to drop. Hit a good putt. Just didn't break. But it's tap in 5. Disappointing bogey, but not the end of the world. Short par 3, the 17th. Bunker short, out of bounds long. Hit a gap wedge. My playing partners have all come up short. Decent strike, and at this stage I'm thinking it's good. Now I'm telling it to get down. Apologies. The positive, we've stayed in bounds. The negative, we've got no backswing. So just trying to nudge it forward, and that's all we could do. Going to reposition the camera. Hopefully green it and up and down it. This is not a good lie. Hit it fractionally thin again. It's run forward, and it's gone into a greenside bunker. The round looks like it's unravelling. We're in the front bunker, trying up and down this. Played a good bunker shot, but again, it's run an awkward distance past. It's all downhill from the front to the back, so left myself an uphill putt. This needs to be hit with pace. I'm a little bit scrambled in the brain here. It's come up short and right. It's a disappointing 6. I'm focusing on the game plan now. This is all out of bounds on the left-hand side. Not a long hole, but need to find the fairway. So picking my favourite fairway finder, the 5-wood out. Going to try and make a good swing. Forget what's just happened on the 17th. And that is easier said than done, unfortunately. Not hit a good swing. Pushed it out right, but thankfully it's bad enough that it's far enough back and it's not made the tree. So I should have a shot to the green.
So bad, it's good.
A slight issue with an overhanging branch, but overall I'm quite pleased where it's finished. That's what we're faced with. So we've got to make sure we carry the bunker. So it's important to get the right distance with this approach shot. So let's get it on the green and try and make birdie. So hit 8 iron, hit it good, but at this stage I'm thinking it's in the bunker. So I'm tempted to go. It just about clambers over the bunker and runs up. Lengthy birdie putt, but it's on the green and it could have been a lot worse. So this putt is breaking from the right-hand side. It's going to swing quite a bit as well. And if it loses pace, it's going straight left. So I want to try and keep it up the right-hand side. Pace is important on this putt. Hit a nice putt. It's breaking in now, but it's going to come up a touch short, which is leaving an awkward length putt. I'm getting a bit of deserved stick from the clubhouse now. Just concentrating on making a good stroke here. Not giving the hole away. Right centre. Nice and firm. Apologies for the voice. Thanks for watching.